Ladies and gentlemen, Danny Duncan.
All right. Welcome to episode 3 of the part 2 series of the Danny Duncan Show. I'm still working on the running title for that. That's not exactly what I want to call it, but that's what it is for now. Episode 3 of the part 2 series of the Danny Duncan Show, sans at I am Billy Burke. That's what it is. Perfect. Maybe I should get a t-shirt made with that. It is a special episode today. A very special episode. It is a day late. My apologies for that, but I'm making up for it for 2 reasons. I'm going to try and make this the longest one so far, as well as I am joined by the one and only Venezuelan princess, Valentina. We have a guest today for the first time in this series, part 2, sans at I am Billy Burke, the Danny Duncan Show. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm excited.
How do you say welcome in Spanish? Bienvenido?
Bienvenida.
Sí, bienvenida.
Because I'm a girl.
Because
yeah.
you're a girl.
Yeah.
One of those languages. Nah. I tried learning German in high school, and there was too much, like, everything has a gender. Like, a car is a girl. Like, we kind of do that, but, like, everything. Like, a hammer is a dude and stuff like that. A mirror is a girl. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's why I appreciate English sometimes, even though I don't speak it that well. I like that the or a. That's all you need, the or a, and you're talking about anything. Anyway, we were taking this nice, beautiful, lovely, rare day in September that I kind of just want to go outside, but we're here doing the podcast. It's okay. The windows are open. We can see what's going on. But I just want to start off with something a little off topic. I watched the presidential debate last night. I don't know if anybody else did, and I'm ready to move. And I'm serious. It's there is the entire time I was wondering, like, how do we get to this point? How do we get to a point where you have 2 people that you just don't one's a giant asshole and the other you just don't trust? Like, it's just somebody you look at and you're just like, I wouldn't even trust you with my spare car key, like, let alone a country. I don't know. I don't know how it got to this point, and I'm just kind of bummed out for everybody. And we'll see what happens. I had to retweet the great comedian Jim Gaffigan, who said that maybe we should go 4 years without a president. And it's funny because I, like, deeply considered, like, what would that be like? We just kind of collectively decide things instead of one person that you don't trust making all the decisions. But I just want to get that out of the way and let you know that I'm as concerned as you are if you watched. But I'll move right along in this segment. Valentina.
Yes.
First of all, how are you doing? You doing good?
I'm good. I'm good.
You're good? I have a little surprise for you. I didn't tell you that I was going to do this, but I feel like people got to know you in one of the other vlogs. Simple questions, favorite color, favorite food, this and that. But maybe they'd like to know a little bit more about you as far as where you came from, Venezuela. So I've put together a nice little trivia about Venezuelan questions that you could answer for us.
Okay, I hope so.
I have the correct answers here, so don't worry. They'll get the correct answer. We're going to see if you know.
I'll get them right.
Yeah, we're going to see if you know a little bit about Venezuela, where you're from. How old were you when you moved away?
I had just turned 14.
You had just turned 14.
Yeah.
Okay.
14.
14 years old, and you moved to
Arizona.
Arizona. Okay. So 14, I feel like that's enough time to collect some information about where you're from, right? I mean, I'm not going to ask you stupid stuff like the average rainfall.
Oh, yeah.
Or anything like that.
I'm not good with history, so hopefully.
Okay. History.
Not.
Well, you should be able to get some of these. Look, I kind of designed it where it's like one that's kind of tough, one that's easy, one that's kind of tough, one that's easy. So
okay.
We will we'll see how you do. There's 5 questions. Are you ready for the first one?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, first question of Venezuelan trivia for a Venezuelan. Number 1. What are the 3 countries that Venezuela borders?
What? Brazil, Colombia, and the third one, I don't know. Ecuador?
Not Ecuador.
No, what is it? I have no idea. I should know.
The answer...
Wait, no, I want to.
Hold on, if you don't get
a map. I don't know.
There's a map right in front of you. Okay.
What's the third one?
The answer is Brazil,
I said that.
Colombia, and Guyana.
Well, that's kind of part of Venezuela. Well, no. Guyana. Guyana would be. Wait, isn't it?
It's I don't know. I checked my
Some
sources.
people consider it part of it. Some people don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're good.
We'll just say that you were right then.
Sure.
Okay.
True.
You did say Ecuador though, and Ecuador is not. That's fine. That's fine. We'll
It's
skip that one.
far.
All right. We'll give.
Far. I have no idea.
We will give you a half
a
a point.
point.
There we go. A half a point. How do you say half a point in Spanish?
Medio punto.
Okay, medio punto.
That was good.
Thanks. I speak it. I was asking because I wanted to see if you knew
Okay.
how to say it. Okay.
Second question.
Second question. This is a softball, easy toss-up. You should knock this out of the park. What is the largest city in Venezuela? Oh my gosh, her face is letting me know that she has.
No idea. The largest is.
You're probably going to guess correctly.
I'm gonna say Caracas, but I don't think that's it. I don't think that's the one.
You say Caracas?
Yeah.
That is correct.
It is? Okay.
It is
That's
Caracas.
capital. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Didn't
I
you
grew
spend
up
some
there.
time there? Yeah.
Is it
yeah.
what?
You spent some time there, yeah.
Yeah.
Very large city. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Thank you. Thank
So you have 1.5 points
you. Okay.
out of 2 possible points. Not bad. Not bad.
I don't know why I'm nervous.
You're squirming in
I
your
am.
high chair right now.
In my high chair.
All right. Question number 3 of Venezuelan trivia. How did Venezuela get its name?
No idea. I have no idea. I don't think Venezuelans know this. I don't think so. We have a few who watch you, but maybe they'll know. I don't know.
According to this random internet source that I found,
Okay.
Venezuela gets its name because of its likeness to Venice, Italy, when it was discovered. Venezuela,
That's interesting.
like Venice, Italy.
That's very interesting.
I think it looks like Colombia. But that's probably because they're right next to each other.
Well, we're very similar, like food and
Yeah.
language and different things. But that's interesting, though, the name. I like that.
I mean, again, we could probably have people fact check this, but this is a random
They'll
source of
let you
internet,
know
and it's.
for sure.
I mean, it sounds right. It's either correct or it's a very clever made up answer, like Venezuela, Venice, Italy.
Yeah.
Okay, so those of you scoring at home, that is 1.5 points out of a possible 3. How many points do you think you're going to get?
I don't know.
You think you're done?
I think the next one's going to be hard, isn't it? Can you say one more? Let me see.
Not so much as hard as I just don't know if you're going to get this one. You could. Like, I thought you would know the largest city right off the bat. I thought that was a softball.
No,
Gotcha. Okay, well, then I think they're all hard.
Thank you. This is wonderful.
Somebody who knows nothing about Venezuela
Oh.
creating this quiz, I thought it was.
No.
Okay, that's okay. Well, 1.5 points is not that bad out of 5.
Okay. Not that bad.
We'll see if you get this one.
Okay.
What was the first European country
Oh, God. Nope.
to colonize in Venezuela?
I have no. I'm terrible with history. I really don't know.
You don't know the first country to?
Nope.
Do you even have a guess? I get like you could
No.
you could kind of do the math a little bit, and you could get a good guess as to what European country settled in Venezuela.
I don't even want to guess. I don't.
Why not?
No. Because it's probably going to be like way off.
Give us one guess.
Mm-mm.
Come on.
Did you know? Before you Googled it? I don't know. I feel like, I mean, I was born there and I was there, for a while, but I consider myself more.
I probably would not have
American than
known, but somebody who's from there could probably give it a better guess. I would have just said something like England, because I feel like they just took over every country at some point in their history, including our own. But
I wouldn't. I don't even want to guess. What is it?
Spain.
Spain. I should have known that. Yeah. I should have known
Speak
that.
Spanish in
I should have
Venezuela.
known that. Now I feel dumb. I should have known. I'm just, history is not my thing.
I mean,
I like numbers.
I wouldn't know who first colonized in this country unless it was a massive part of our history. You know, we have New England and everything like that. We celebrate every year about beating them. It's just it's such a big part of our. Like, is there a celebration in Venezuela where you gained independence from them, or probably?
Well, I mean, we have a ton of holidays, but I don't even know like some of the holidays over there.
Really?
Yeah, I was too young when I came. I feel like I just know stuff from here.
What grade did you do when you left at like 13?
Yeah, I did 8th grade, half of 8th grade there, and then I came.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I feel like I grew up here.
Gotcha. Last one. We got 1.5 points out of 4, so we can do 2.5 points. Okay. I'm
not sure I'm liking these questions.
These are just maybe we're learning together a little bit about Venezuela, if anything. So as the 5th question, you now have a possible 2.5 points to gain. That's not bad. That's half, right?
Okay.
So, as the 5th question, how many stars are on the Venezuelan flag?
We used to have 7. Now we have 8. They changed them when it came, or right before I moved, I think.
Do you know why they added the 8th star?
I don't know. He changed the horse and the little symbol in the flag. The horse, the stars, and then...
Wasn't that Chavez? He added it for some reason?
Yeah, but I don't know the reason for it.
Yeah, me neither.
And he changed the name. República Bolivariana. Like, he changed the name, too.
So that's 2.5.
There you go. So
2.5.
I got that one.
You got
that one.
50%.
Okay.
Okay, so if we were grading, 50% is what? Is that a B minus?
Let's not answer that.
I think you did pretty good. That's not that bad.
That was hard.
That was hard.
That was hard.
What did you think I was going to ask you? Like, how do you spell Venezuela?
No.
What continent?
Like music or food or something else.
Culture.
Yeah.
I guess I could have thrown in a couple of culture.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
It's okay.
When I was looking it up, there were probably 30 possible questions I could have used.
Easier ones?
Not so much easier as just the answers were in Spanish.
Oh.
And I didn't want to sound stupid. So I chose...
So you made me sound stupid.
Well, yes.
Kind of.
I had hard enough time saying Caracas.
Oh, okay.
And you could tell I say it like a gringo. Caracas.
It sounds fine.
Okay.
I say Caracas.
Caracas.
Yeah, there you go.
That's awesome.
I like that.
Okay. 2.5 out of 5. That's
Moving
not
on.
that bad. Moving on. No more trivia. Don't worry about that. You don't have to be squirming while you think about the answer.
Good.
But I do have a special treat for the rest of you guys. As you remember, Mr. at I'm Billy Burke had a huge segment called Today I Learned, where he kind of just gathered random facts off of the internet and shared them with you guys. At the very most, while you're driving or riding on a bus or doing what you're doing, you kind of go, and breathe out your nose a little bit like, I'm going to bring that back because I feel like it's a very popular part of what the show is and the identity of it. And if I can't get Billy Burke, I'll at least steal his segment for a minute. So without further ado, I'll read off a little bit of Today I Learned for you guys and hopefully make the rest of this podcast. Today I learned the late, great Arnold Palmer and the late Mr. Rogers were high school classmates. Mr. Rogers being arguably one of the greatest human beings to ever grace planet Earth. Was so incredible. There's a weird rumor that he was like a sniper in the Marines, but that's not true. Still an amazing person. Arnold Palmer, arguably rivaling some of the things that Mr. Rogers has done, because Arnold Palmer he's actually a big figure in Orlando in Central Florida. I didn't even know this, but it was all over the news once he passed. But he started multiple hospitals here in the area for women and children, who couldn't quite get the care that they need, like specialty treatments that would send them to Tampa or would send them to, other parts of Florida. He built these hospitals to help women and children get the care that they need. He's an incredible person. And to think that those two were classmates in high school, like they're both wearing white sneakers on the first day of school. It's just kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
I wonder if they had like if it was the era of school where they had like belts to hold their books together. Did you ever see that? Like Tom Sawyer. Anyway, all right. Side note. I just thought that was pretty cool, and obviously, rest in peace to the great Arnold Palmer. This next one makes me laugh. You'll see why in a second. But did you know, Valentina, and please let me know if you know about this. Turtles can breathe through their butts.
No, they can't.
Hey, I read it on the internet. I will
It
provide
doesn't
a
mean
link.
It's true. Is it really?
I'll provide a link for you. There's a whole article about this.
How did you find that?
The internet.
What?
That's how I find everything. And it makes me happy that I have a giant turtle tattooed on my arm. And I realize now that at any moment he could be breathing out of his butt and not like out of his mouth. So
And that
that's kind of nice.
That's exciting.
Let's
to
come.
you.
Let's go. I mean, it's
okay.
Interesting is the word I would use. I don't get
Interesting.
excited about a turtle's butt, but him breathing out of his butt is just like, wow,
Interesting.
what can't you do?
Okay. Okay. Good to know.
I just thought that was interesting. If it's not, we can move right along.
It is.
This one you're gonna like, Valentina.
Okay.
Migros, which is a Swiss supermarket chain in Switzerland, obviously.
Okay.
They had self-checkout machines back in 1965, which is a long time ago. And it's kind of crazy to think about. And I know you'd love that because
I don't know.
we
what you're
share a favorite comedian by the name of
yes.
Bill Burr. He's incredible.
He's the best.
He has this bit about self-checkout machines and how he doesn't work for the company that has him set up.
He hates them.
It's this funny theory that slowly these everything from delis to Targets or Walmarts, they're slowly getting the people to work for them. And he's got this rebellious act against it. So what was the bit about him trying to get mayonnaise on his sandwich?
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey,
can you please?
can I get some mayonnaise on my sandwich?" And he goes, "The mayonnaise is over there." And he goes,
You
"Well,
do
why
it.
don't you go get it?"
It's the best. It's the best.
Oh my gosh! And then he has the same concept about when he's going to a self checkout, and those are the only registers open. He's just gonna pull up his cart full of stuff.
No, he goes, I didn't know I was supposed to work today. He's going to pay. My bad.
He said he's just going to pull up to one of those registers, give it a 3 Mississippi, and then just walk away I guess you didn't want my money. It's an amazing bit by Bill Burr, who is easily my favorite comedian. You guys should check that one out. But it's just kind of interesting to think that those self-checkout machines, which seem like such a brand new space age commodity to have, they were available in 1965, and I'm not even sure because computers weren't even
weird.
Sounds did you have to place your money? I don't know. It's kind of nuts.
We should read that, Google it.
Yeah, I should go more in depth with all these today I learned instead of just reading the headline titles and being like, yeah, it's got to be true, and that's that. So let's move on. But unfortunately, that's the kind of morning I'm having right now. This next one is it's kind of mind blowing. The full capacity of how this was pulled off. But 240,000 manhole and street drain covers were stolen in Beijing in 2004.
Wait, what?
200
Repeat that. Yeah.
Do you know what a manhole cover is? The little circle covers for the sewers? 240,000
They were stolen?
were stolen in Beijing in 2004.
Why?
Now, as my only guess as to why this happened was you could say that 2004 was the height or the peak of the rise in Chinese sort of when they had I'm going to say they had kind of an industrial revolution in the past 10 years. They have just built so many infrastructures, and the incentive for them to build these by the government it's almost mind-numbing how much money and kind of tax breaks or whatever it is. I'm not even quite sure how it works, but to build buildings in empty towns is it's profitable. So I think this is a time when construction was just at an all-time high, and manhole covers and street drain covers are steel. So you take these, you burn them down, and you sell them to the companies that are trying to build these buildings. So you have to say that Beijing was built with manhole covers.
Yeah. Wow.
Built with sewer lids.
That's kind of interesting, though.
That's kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's I don't know. They should have seen that coming. I don't know what else they would build manhole covers out of, but
Yeah.
maybe seal them down, like make a key or a latch or something that keeps them from.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, you ever see those drains that cover sinks that have like the chain attached to it? You take it out of it. Like, why don't they do manhole covers like that? I guess it's just, let's be honest, it would just be more steel, and then they would just cut that and have even more steel to sell. Stealing steel. How about that? I just thought that 240,000, and those things are like 45 pounds.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Anyway, moving right along. There's a lot of reference to this movie between you and I recently, and it's just purely random. But you haven't seen it. The movie Psycho.
No,
it's
I don't think I have.
It's old. It's like black and white. It's a classic.
No, I have not.
I only saw it because my older brother was really into Alfred Hitchcock, who is, arguably the greatest horror filmmaker of our time or any time. But the movie Psycho is the first American film to show a toilet on screen.
And that's a thing.
Somebody's keeping track of that stuff. And they even go as far as to say it's also the first American film in which we hear a toilet being flushed.
Again, that's the thing. Like,
that is very important to whoever's keeping track.
It's not like it's that's crazy. It's not a private thing. I mean, they're just showing it. Like,
I think directors and filmmakers before that time didn't find it necessary to show a toilet, but he just showed a toilet, and then you also hear it flushing.
Oh, wow.
And then you see a girl get stabbed in the shower with the infamous violin. Rain, 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 rain.
Wow.
It's a great movie. Wow. If you're looking for a good horror movie and you're sick of watching the same old ones that are on TV around Halloween, Cabin in the Woods, stuff like that, which is a great one, watch Psycho. It's eerie how much Alfred Hitchcock can still like scare you and make you feel eerie with his movies being as old as they are. And then plus, you'll see the first toilet in cinema. So there you go. Double whammy. This next one is it's a little crazy for you people in the UK. But today I learned that cannibalism is technically legal in the UK. As long as the victim wasn't murdered.
Oh, that's just wrong.
I think you and everybody in the world agrees with that.
Okay.
This law was just written very poorly. The most the cannibal could be charged with would be outraging public decency.
Oh my God.
Or preventing a lawful burial.
Oh.
But that doesn't make sense to me, that second one, because it wouldn't be murder. I don't know.
That's just...
So you could technically go eat somebody's finger.
Ew. That's not okay.
And it's not illegal. Like, how is that not like assault or battery or of some sort? I don't understand. Oh, maybe they're talking about, wait a minute. I know what they're talking about. If you were to come across a dead body.
Okay.
And then you started eating it.
Ew. That's even worse. Where are we going with this?
I'm explaining the law. Oh. If you were to come across a dead body, God forbid, even more so, God forbid, you started eating it.
But again,
it's technically not illegal.
It's not like it happens. Like, it's not like people do that. That's just weird. Why would they make it a law? Like, why would it make it like legal?
Just you would hope that somebody wouldn't do half the things that people get charged for, but you have to say that they're wrong so that people don't do them. And
by the way, if you find someone dead, don't eat it.
Yeah, if you eat a human, you got to go. I mean, can we all just agree on that as a society? I don't think I'm being outlandish with this claim, but UK, maybe sign a couple petitions and work on that instead of charging people to go to the bathroom, which is such an insane practice. You should, I don't know, maybe get rid of cannibalism. Let's focus on priorities. All right. Moving right along. Today I learned that Kurt Cobain mentioned Freddie Mercury in his suicide note and was jealous that he couldn't roar the crowd like Freddie. I read this, by the way, because I've only ever glanced at it, but to really like kind of take it in, he just this whole letter is just him being kind of feeling guilty for not caring about the crowd during shows, and he felt like it was like a crime for him to go out there and fake it when he's not enjoying it. Isn't that nuts?
That is, yeah.
I don't know. Like I can't say that I've ever felt that way. Maybe like one show where I'm just like, like either I'm sick and I don't want to be doing this right now because I'm not at 100%. But I've never been around a crowd where I'm like,
well,
I'm not enjoying the fact that this crowd is enjoying this.
Yeah, but I can see how you can have a good day or a bad day, and you're not in it as much as.
Well, he made it sound like he just doesn't. He just doesn't.
Well,
like not like good days and bad days.
But
like
I guess
every time he goes out there.
Yeah, well, maybe some people are like that. Like they just get over it, and then they're sick of what they're doing.
It's sad.
And that is.
It's
sad.
Because
I don't think you should. I don't think you need to do things that make you happy, and if that wasn't making him happy, he should have. Yeah.
Well, obviously, hopefully you would never consider suicide as a legitimate.
Well, true, but I'm saying just do something else.
Case.
No, I'm saying like doing something else. Like.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Have you ever performed on stage?
Dancing. I used to dance.
You used to dance?
Mm-hmm.
Like ballet, stripper, contemporary.
Yeah.
Is that like another name for a stripper?
Yeah. Just that's it. No, I did that for like 8 years. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
and then I danced in high school.
I will say one thing, like Kurt Cobain is known for he's known for doing like heroin and stuff like that with Courtney Love. And I think that'll sort of destroy your like endorphins or all your neurotransmitters, like your pleasure, receptors.
Yeah.
So you can enjoy something like being insanely successful on stage.
No, you need a new high. You need a new thing.
Well, they just keep doing heroin.
Yeah.
Until they can't feel it. That's why it's arguably one of the worst drugs of all time.
Just drugs in general.
Yeah. Well, Advil if you've got a headache.
Yeah, well, yeah. Let's just moving on.
Anyway, don't do heroin. I think it's the main theme. Don't do heroin and don't eat people.
There you go. It's illegal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's well, one of those is illegal. Well, actually, be careful with the other one. Jeez. All right. And lastly, we got one more for you. Today I learned that the design of the tallest residential building in the world, which is 432 Park Avenue in Manhattan, is inspired by a trash can.
No.
Yes.
No, I want to see a picture.
Somebody saw a trash can and was like, oh my gosh.
That's amazing.
That needs to be the largest building that people live in. What is that? Why? I don't. And I'm looking at it. It just looks like. But to me, it just kind of looks like a cigar.
I thought the largest building was like in Singapore or somewhere like.
This is the largest residential building.
Oh, residential.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are larger buildings everywhere, but this is like there are apartment homes. It's kind of hard for me to see, but it's right here.
So, I mean.
But yeah.
A trash can?
It's inspired by a trash can.
Okay.
Hey,
that's fine. He did it.
I mean, even if it was inspired by a trash can, why would you say that? I feel like that just like devalues the building. Just say like it was inspired by
well, he was honest.
An antique piece that my grandfather used to have. Say something like that.
I'll give him that, like the honesty.
See that? You see that garbage can right there?
That was it.
And he has one finger up on each hand and then slowly brings them together. Garbage can. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that little segment, a little blast from the past. You had a little bit of everything, some trivia, some Today I Learned. Sorry if it sounded weird today. It was we're still working with this little mobile setup, and I haven't used 2 mics on it in a long time, but the podcast is here. So thank you guys so much for listening. I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you, Valentina, for being a part of this and being a good sport at the same time. I really do appreciate that.
Next time, let's not do trivia, though. It's not.
Or do something easy like 2 + 2.
No, but
All right. Well, until next Monday, we'll be right back on schedule. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. And we'll talk to you then. Bye.